Oh man, here we go. For part 1 of the finale of Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. Hey everyone, how's it going? Wheatley here with, as I just said, Danganronpa. Here we go. We last left off, yeah, we got executed. And then we actually survived the execution, and Kyoko, who kind of screwed us over, unscrewed us over and saved our lives. And now, we've made a deal with Monokuma for one final showdown. We have to find all the secrets of the school and discover who murdered Kuro Ikasaba. Let's get it. Hey, how's it going?
We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what?
But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial.
Huh?
Last class trial?
In other words...
We're going to redo Makuro's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
How about that? What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right?
No, I didn't do it, like I keep telling you.
Wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you.
Huh?
Then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind.
Huh? You're saying the mastermind killed Makuro?
That's right.
It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind.
Oh no.
However...
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap, didn't you, Did you, Makoto?
Make it sound like it was easy. I just,
However...
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules?
They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
Correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said now it's the mastermind that's ensnared, that's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean!
Of course you're totally in the dark, because you are an idiot. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again, later.
So, knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind?
But there's more to it than that, correct?
Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school.
Huh?
Every last mystery?
But...
We've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway...
You've probably guessed that already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies.
Oh no!
I hate you!
Who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us?
I'm fine living here forever with Master. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
Anyway...
At this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth.
In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say.
But figuring out who the mastermind is and how they killed Mukuro and all the school's mysteries...
It's a pretty tall friggin' order.
Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone.
You can't agree? Why not?
I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
Indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us this little hint of his. hint. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough punch. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but the killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable.
Huh? But why?
So, in other
If
words,
the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in this school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
in other words,
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have taken part in the killing game.
Then the mastermind is...
There were
There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning, and in Mukuro you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them.
that's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now?
No way! You can't be serious! Wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said that to confuse them.
And he didn't.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility.
And that is one possibility we can't ignore.
Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair? So they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible.
But if one of us was the mastermind, they've had to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right?
But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but
I don't care how sneaky you are. We would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right, right?
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. No.
In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us.
Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation.
Well, maybe, but still.
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode. So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school. Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation.
But
I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can rely only on myself, and the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
Goodbye.
Thank you for shutting up. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining.
Master, he didn't take me with him.
Do you blame him?
Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the coffee. Or without the cream, or coffee. Wow, what a bitch.
With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall.
And now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
indeed.
That's right.
Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself, too.
Just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about
Just
that?
wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity.
What a dickhead.
Everyone is really gonna go off by themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing.
But,
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know?
cause,
But
I mean,
up until now, I haven't been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else.
You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died.
Makoto, that's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
okay.
Yeah, this is the first game. And that the anime is based on it.
So I figure at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later.
Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
So are we gonna be able to go with Kyoko to investigate? I assume we will.
So, you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
so...
That goes for all of us.
I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigation doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found.
Yeah, that's right.
So then,
Well, I'd better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school had been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate
Every nook and cranny.
in the school.
We can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto,
No matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary.
With that, Kyoko was gone. Okay, so I'm investigating on my own. Let's do it. I don't have time to waste either.
I have to begin my search.
I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of this school.
Then we can all escape together.
Okay. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old.
Once we find out who killed Makuro Ikusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is.
Where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? Guess I should start with the rooms that have been locked until now. Headmaster's room, the biolab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms, where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? Oh, we can do that! Okay.
Okay, time to get started.
Places to check has been added to the tooth bullets. Oh, that's kind of cool. I doubt that that bullet will actually be useful as a bullet, but that's kind of cool that we get that as a list. I assume they all show up as exclamation points on the map, correct? Let's teleport. Yep, indeed.
The gate's open.
We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms, which means
I have to do it. This is the second floor of the dorms? Looks like some ancient ruins. Or no, it's more like a battlefield.
like a bomb blew up here or something. Oh my god. It's not gonna let me examine that? Yeah. Also, why is it red? Blood in this game is not supposed to be red. I wonder what happens if I try and go in here. This is the girls' bathroom. Alright, let's just investigate this. Oh, this is a very nice place. Wow, this is very nice. A giraffe sticking its head out of a locker? This room is filled with lockers. Must have been for the Hope's Peak students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. I think the metal plate's important. There's a metal plate mounted on the locker. There's no way to get that. There's no way to get it open. What the hell's that? Why is so much stuff examinable? Locker's already broken. I wonder if I can open the locker. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed in the door. That must be how you get the door open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. You have to use your e-handbook to open. So does this mean... Well, let's give it a try. I took out my handbook and ran it across the card reader. And then... No luck. Maybe only the locker's owners can open it, which means none of us can do it. I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, locked. Nope. I just have this feeling that one of these is going to be unlockable. I have just this feeling I'll be able to open one of these lockers. What? Oh. Can't imagine anyways. Get this locker open. Okay. Really?
Really? Okay.
I guess not. Oh, you got a coin at least. I got a coin for that too. Oh, interesting.
This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has a more adult atmosphere.
Correct.
Oh, pff, hi!
It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko!
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. A regret?
Kyoko looks almost meek right now. She must be thinking about something. Probably shouldn't bother her. Whoa, what's that on the wall there? There's a strange gap in the wall. Is it some kind of design mistake? Or a construction defect or something? Are you stupid?
So...
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
Indeed.
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall.
Open space, does that mean...
Like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it.
Do you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on that PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password, and the door should open right up.
However...
But I don't have a clue as what the password might be. All I know, it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there.
You're right, that's not nearly enough to go on.
It's true.
I looked through all his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. When I think about how much time I wasted on this.
Well, we're gonna hack right into that. There's a PC on the desk. Must belong to the headmaster.
It would seem...
Looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair.
The PC still has some search results left on it.
I think we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair.
However...
There's not much, though. Nothing we don't really already know.
In other words,
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sort of people whose driving force comes from despair.
however,
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there?
whew,
But I guess that's the best he could do as a complete Kirigiri failure. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on.
correct.
I see. That's a good outlook to have.
The ultimate despair has been added to the truth bullets. Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. Maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance.
No, wait. There might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of.
Or something she didn't want to think of. For example,
What about your name?
ah.
What?
Oh, sorry. I was just trying to think of what the password might be.
I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. Not the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password. Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her.
Do you mind if I try it just to be sure?
Well,
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay.
Hell yeah, dude. We're finally getting somewhere.
You know, I'm glad I've thought of trying Kyoko's name.
But if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
hey,
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay, in that case, here goes nothing.
It's not wrong. It's not gonna be wrong. I collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. Yep, we got it.
What? That did it! Kyoko, it worked!
why?
Kyoko.
Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim.
Kyoko. Hey, Kyoko?
I may as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present? Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. That's her, isn't it? In the back there. I'd better check out that suspicious present before I do anything. There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it.
Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why, you think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous, but surprising, probably.
It would seem...
If it's what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway...
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it!
Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath and took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. It's gonna be like a remains of something. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside and... Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. I knew it. What was in the box? It was bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I just realized. I just put everything together. That's the headmaster. That's the remains of Kyoko's... Oh no! At least I'm pretty sure it is, and... Also, whoever whoever that is, they're the person who got punished at the beginning of the game with the rocket blast-off cutscene. Remember, they got shoved into a rocket, they got blasted up, they came back down, and all that was left was a skeleton? This is that guy. It's the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought.
What?
Just as you thought? How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones.
Wrong.
Well, it's not that I was thinking of those bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box? My father.
I knew it.
What about him?
Correct.
What you found in that box? Those bones, that body, that's my father. Or at least what's left of him.
Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad. Same man she'd been searching for. Hold on! How can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who's planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It's even possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now.
Right. Only the students took a step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began.
Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school, but the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume
In other words...
that most likely my father was in this school, but he was also dead.
Did you ever see the opening cutscene, Krista?
That's my assumption anyway.
Kyoko explained her analysis. She was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm. Actually, I'm just gonna play it for the stream anyway because it kind of blew my mind when I realized that's that guy. I think I should be able to play it again. Yeah, I totally can play. Yeah, this thing. Apparently that was the headmaster. This guy. Apparently that was Kyoko's father.
She was only trying to seem calm. That was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe that at some point, she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties. But was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do.
Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder.
This picture. It's all faded. Must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko!
Why would you?
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past. And yet... to now find something like this. What do you expect me to do now?
Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
Why? What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself, to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned me again. And this time, he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father?
Kyoko.
Why do we need that?
I mean, that's a cute picture, but why do we need a bullet of it? I feel like I shouldn't make pointless small talk right now. Maybe I should just look around a bit first. The headmaster's desk. It's probably it's hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
Hey,
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure?
because...
Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't. Okay then, if you don't mind.
Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer...
Is this? It's an e-handbook, right?
It has a label on it that says, "In case of emergency." I found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words...
A handbook with no limitations, given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is. I think you're probably right.
It would seem...
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? Well, but Kyoko... I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay?
Again, why do we need a bullet of that?
Hey,
Listen, Makoto. Can I ask you a favor? What is it?
so...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this, and I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but
Hey,
could you leave?
correct.
Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko. Don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little. I need to
Just a second.
get my emotions in order.
You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad.
How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul, but... Maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory.
The definition of theory is something proven to be true, so... You're incorrect, Kyoko.
And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. The picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right. I'm sorry.
Anyway...
Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then I'll see you later. Is she really okay? Kyoko, it must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. To find out what happened to the headmaster.
There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed.
Oh, yes I did! Yes I did!
They killed the headmaster. Killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead.
The one leading the Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was the Hope's Peak headmaster. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who's planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now.
But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind, which means the mastermind's true identity is... No more flashbacks. 15 of us met in the main hall, and add Makuro to the mix and you get 16. So you found out the hard way that Alter Ego is a boy? Well, yeah. Actually, Chihiro being a boy, unfortunately got spoiled for me. Like, immediately after I made the first episode of the Let's Play, it was spoiled to me that Chihiro was a guy. Only 6 of us are still alive. Everything else, or everyone else I should say, is dead. Even Makuro. Even she's undeniably dead. But the ones still left alive are me, Yakuya, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. Then there's no question.
Wait, no, that can't be! I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be.
Let's back out. Okay. Alright, can I go in any of these rooms? Yes, I can. God! Jeez. This place is an absolute wreck. There's blood on the bed. And on the floor. The bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even really a bed anymore. It's just garbage. You're not gonna notice the blood on it? I opened the door just a crack, glanced inside, and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. Are those bullet holes? Those are really big bullet holes if they are. Oh yeah, I do have that e-handbook now. So now, oh my god, now we can get into those lockers. If they don't let me into the lockers, I'm actually gonna be pissed. I wonder if I can open this locker. Wait, but there we go, finally. What about the emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room? Okay, let's give it one more try. Alright, let's pop this one first. Took the emergency handbook and ran that across the card reader and... Alright, just what I was hoping for. Now let's see what we've got inside. The thing is practically empty. That seems important. There's just one thing. Some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. There's some writing inside. It could be important.
I don't feel like violating the owner's privacy, but I'd better take a look. It looks like a girl's handwriting. All the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must be really meticulous. Huh?
I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there. Words I'd heard before. This is gonna turn out being like one of the current students' writing, isn't it? There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happened to be the headmaster and it's Kyoko's. It's Kyoko's. We just straight up broke into Kyoko's locker. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youths from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan.
So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. This can't be true, can it?
But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. It couldn't be anyone else. But if this belonged to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hadn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. Memories! I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. Yeah.
What does all this mean?
I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. But when I reached the last page, the question marks spinning through my mind just started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing there was messy. The writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled.
What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense?
Locker pocketbook has been added to the truth bullets. Alright, we're gonna have to talk to Kyoko about that. But first, let's examine some other lockers. Oh. This locker is totally disorganized. Oh my god. This is Hiro's locker. So, yeah, that's it. They were students at the school. They had their memories wiped of that time. So that, from their perspective, they went from entering on their first day to knocked out at a desk. And the killing game began then. I'm guessing, judging by those photos, that they were all friends too. Whoever it belongs to probably has organization problems in every part of their life. This is a crystal ball.
Huh? A crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible.
There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order. And dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever's stuff this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible, I picked up one of the notebooks I saw. But the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. Yasuhiro Hagakure.
What?
There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written, Yasuhiro Hagakure.
Is this our Yasuhiro?
Notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes, which would mean
He attended classes here? No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to this school at the same time as the rest of us. We were all sucked into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. So what is this notebook?
But the more I see, the less sense it makes. Because these lockers, I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, right?
So why am I seeing this? Why are there things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro, and a pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation.
But if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward. And I have to believe in everyone. Alright, I'm guessing that I won't be able to find anything else, but let's do one last look. Yeah, those were the only two. Is that the Eye of Horus? I recognize that symbol. Question is, why is it here? And can I get in there somehow? I can't even jump in this game. Ah, okay. Oh yeah. Does that mean all like the friggin' bedrooms are unlocked as well? He just said he unlocked every door. Does that also include like if I go in here, like, will the trash thing be unlocked? No, it certainly won't be. Headmaster's room on the 4th floor. This is the headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself.
Makoto, it's you. Oh, Yakuya.
Let's check that in the back.
Come on.
Hey, Makoto.
Not
Are you
possible.
ignoring me? You think I'll forgive that just because you're you?
Such
When we get out of
ignorance.
here, remember this moment.
Bookshelf seems really well made and it's filled with files and thick books. Alright, fine. What do you want?
Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? What do you mean, something interesting? The music stopped. That clearly means it's important. Take a look at this.
It was on top of that pathetically ostentatious desk.
Class number 78 student registry? It contains profiles for all of us, and Mukuro.
So, in other words,
Apparently class number 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room...
I see.
That's right, it also mentioned class 78. This must be where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed in there along with hers,
In other words,
there can be no doubt. Mukuro was a student here at Hope's Peak Academy, just like the rest of us. Mukuro Ikasaba, the 16th student. That must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems like Kyoko was in a hurry. Oh, what do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper has been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible, but what's your point?
She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page.
The first page?
Correct. Makuro's profile actually contains 2 pages.
So in other words,
When it comes to this profile, there's more information about Mukuro that we still didn't have.
What kind of information is it?
Why do you ask me to explain every little thing when you can read, can't you? It seems that to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself. I don't know what
interesting.
I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background an entity floats, close but just out of reach. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair, and I need to pay attention to Makuro's behavior too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous, despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir. When she enters Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students, after all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures.
Mukuro was a part of the Ultimate Despair. I don't think there can be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean Mukuro and the Mastermind were allies? So why? Why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even if the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of, they would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it means the Mastermind is even stronger than Mukuro was.
What?
What's wrong, Makoto?
Huh?
That's fine.
You seem to be lost in thought. But I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within the file that you should know.
What is it?
Did you notice the picture in there? A picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before. A girl who seemed to be included is part of our class number 78. That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. And further information about that girl is included in the file. 5 foot, 7 inches, 97 pounds, and it even lists her vitals, 31, 22, 32. Well, what do you think?
What do I think? Are you asking me, like, if she has a nice body?
Stop talking.
You helpless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse, and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean...
Wait, is he trying to say... There's a chance the body isn't actually Mukuro? Is that what he's saying?
Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible. But it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right?
It's all clear now.
That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business.
So I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy.
Makuro's profile has been added to the Truth Bullet section in the handbook. I think I know... have this feeling. Oh, and one last thing. It's a bit of advice from me to you, so I suggest you pay attention. I don't know why I'm thinking this, but it has something to do with Junko.
Advice for me?
You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well.
It's not that we're getting along. She's just done a lot to help me.
Well, don't put too much faith in her.
In other words,
The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford.
Whoa, you're one to talk, you dick.
Just what I think. Call it a hunch.
A hunch?
But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will.
I'll keep that in mind.
No, I won't.
Thanks.
Screw you. Alright, let's get out of here. Crazy Uber. Hey. Chem Lab was already unlocked. Where the hell's the data lab? There it is. Hi, Hina.
Hey, Makoto.
Are you here to look around too?
Is that what you're doing here?
Yeah, I can't help but wonder about the Monokuma door.
Yeah.
So I figured if all the doors in the school have been unlocked, that one should be open too, right?
But,
Although I couldn't bring myself to open it.
I mean,
Because it might explode, right? And that really sucks. So you open it.
Of course. I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. We're doing it. Okay, so I guess I'll open it. He raced over to a nearby desk and hid underneath him.
Okay, go ahead.
Everything will be okay, right?
Alright, here goes nothing.
I threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. Oh, okay. Damn. There's no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was...
Whoa, this place is totally sci-fi.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. Alright, I see... So it looks like you can only examine 2 things in this room. First...
What is this device? It looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top, though. Like some kind of military installation or something. Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Yeah, Hifumi'd probably freak out if he saw it.
Cockpit? So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. Then could that mean...
okay.
Let's start poking at it.
No, don't do that! You were just worried about getting blown up, and now you're gonna press every single button that there is?
I'm gonna start pushing buttons.
Hold on, you can't just or whatever something like this.
But it was too late. Hina was already jabbing away at the control panel. Yeah, that's the sound Monokuma makes when he appears. Yeah?
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what did you push?
The button that says data center.
Data center?
I took a good look at the control panel. I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of a room next to it. And just like Hina said, there was one labeled data center. It must be the one she pushed. But the data center, that's right next door. The room we were just in. That's where the strange noise came from. I think we better go check it out.
Yes, please. I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from over here.
Well, first I want to examine this thing. There's some kind of hatch on the floor, but right now I need to go check on the data center. Shut up! Yeah. Peace. It's gonna be Monokuma, isn't it? Did I just hear what I think I heard? Yep. Is that Monokuma?
Hey!
So that's where the mastermind controls Monokuma from. Is that you, Hina?
What?
What? Oh man, busted. How did you know?
Say what?
Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup?
You don't even know what you're controlling?
Hello.
I mean, I can't really see anything from in here.
Found it.
Ah, guess what I found? A self-destruct button.
Whatever you do, don't push it.
Too bad.
Oh man.
Were you seriously gonna push it?
Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the Monokuma drawing on it, and the control panel inside. Control Monokuma.
Whoa, hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now?
Monokuma.
Huh? What do you mean?
What you were controlling just now, it was Monokuma.
Huh?
Monokuma?
Oh.
What, for real?
Yup, it looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma. Which means the mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room.
So yeah, they can't see the security cameras and control Monokuma at the same time.
Yeah, they were definitely in here. The mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. And this control room is totally separate from the data center area with all the monitors. In other words,
Hey,
Maybe the Mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time.
Kyoko's theory was right.
But if the Mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside the school this whole time, right?
I guess that would have to be true. But if that is true...
Okay, we've seen this flashback like 50 times.
Then the Mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer, really is the 16th student?
No, it can't be. There's no way, right?
What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making.
Oh, no, it's nothing.
Oh, okay.
What about you? Is everything okay?
This is where the Mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something?
I can't say it isn't possible, but I really hope it's not true.
So, you want to leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out.
Yeah, good point. We can't waste all our time standing around here. Okay, you want to get going?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get the frick out. As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound.
What was that?
Oh, the door! It just locked on its own!
What?
My hand shot out to grab the doorknob.
You're right, it's locked. But why?
Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted!
Monokuma!
Just a second.
Hey, no fair, you can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like.
Hey!
It's for your benefit! Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would be if the school mascot just up and stopped moving.
Then that room...
Yep.
As you may have guessed, that's where my controls are.
Um...
So right now you're being operated by someone in that room?
Yes,
Correct
indeed.
the Mundo!
You're a liar!
That doesn't make any sense. We were just in there and we didn't see anybody. Oh, you didn't, did you? Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been?
There was a hatch in the ground.
Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch?
No way! The hatch on the floor?
Yes, I did.
Too bad, that was your one big chance and you blew it.
Too bad.
Of course, the hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. He's gone, but
So,
was he telling the truth? The Mastermind was hiding in there?
In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure.
Huh?
Then when I said we should leave...
Well, that hatch couldn't be opened from the outside anyway, right? So it's not your fault.
Sorry.
Okay.
Anyway, you don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left.
You're right. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving.
Okay.
I'm gonna go run around and tell everyone what we found here.
Nice! You got all motivated again.
You got it.
I'm out. See you later.
He just took off at full sprint. And now I have to do what I can too. That's the only way forward. Okay, next. Okay, the biolab on the 5th floor. Hina was the ultimate swimmer, yes.
Well, here I am in the biolab. It's so cold. It's like abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold?
Oh, I think I heard about this.
There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. And on the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. And on the other side...
There's a stack of tarps here.
I've been seeing a lot of these things lately.
I have to examine the monitor. There are icicles hanging from the monitor.
Ugh, so cold. Why is it so cold in here? That's the first thing I need to figure out.
Ah, okay.
There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. I've seen something like this before. Ah, that's it. I've seen this kind of thing in horror movies and stuff. It's a fridge for storing dead bodies. Does that mean the biolab is actually a morgue? I should probably take a closer look around. There's some kind of...
Yeah.
Only some of the lights are on. The ones on the left. The right-handed lights are off. Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. It looks like an instruction manual.
We offer an eco-friendly alternative to the standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. In addition to the germicidal lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver in the blue light. We'll let you know the automated systems have activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anyone can keep a body fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package.
This is the instruction manual for the fridge? Looking around, I think I get it. It seems clear to me now. It's some kind of makeshift morgue.
What about those lights by each slot? It looks like they set up so that whenever a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on. Which means inside each slot lit up in blue. Another one of the victims is... Can't let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died. And that's defeat the mastermind. Wait. Okay, how many people have died? Sayaka Junko, Leon, Mondo, Taka, Hifumi, Celise, Sakura, what's his name? Chiro. Yeah, I think that's it. And Mukuro, and Mukuro's dead, but she's out there. Okay. There are 9 occupied slots. There's some kind of weird machine, yep. Okay, math checks out. That's weird, I couldn't move for a second. And then the garden and the dojo. That's right. Dojo first. Oh, hi.
Oh, Toko, so this is where you were.
What do you want?
Am I so disgusting that you want me out of your sight? Huh? That's not it at all. Just thought maybe you'd found a clue. No, I haven't. I didn't find anything, not one single clue. I figured since the place was related to the case, it would have to have something, right? There wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give it back! Give me back my precious time!
With Master?
Calm down, Toko.
What's your problem?
Don't tell me to calm down.
What do you mean, what's my problem? What's your problem?
Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? If everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless, good for nothing.
No one's gonna say that.
I knew it. Master will. I'm not sure I can disagree with that.
I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me?
Well, I don't think there are any clues, so maybe I'm gonna get going. Poor girl. Although she is crazy, I do feel sorry for her at the same time.
Huh? It's gone. Makuro's body. It's not here.
We're one short. We are now one short. We are now a body short. Alright. Didn't find anything. Okay. The killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet, which means the killer might have left some clue behind here.
Huh?
I didn't notice this before. There is a small stamp on one corner of the tarp that says Biolab. Then this originally came from the Biolab. So in other words, the body was someone who had already been dead. Makuro Ikusaba was one of us the whole time. And I just have the feeling that it was Junko. I feel like, oh, here we go, guys. Here we go.
This is a school announcement. Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely? Well then, since you're all giving it your best, your generous headmaster will give you a little hint. For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASA possible.
Now he wants to give us a hint? It's suspicious, there's no doubt about that. This could be a trap, but even knowing that. He said to go to the gym, right?
Are you the only one else here? Oh, hey, Hiro.
Makoto! Why do you act so surprised? No reason. You're at Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you to find out what he has to say? I just did, actually. I'm on my way out.
You already talked to him? What'd he say?
Listen, sorry, but
What the hell?
Hiro?
It was like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker.
Has he been hiding something this whole time?
Wonder what's gonna happen. Really? They're gonna do this whole cutscene again? Boing!
I am Monokuma!
Are you ready for your final hint? Well, it just so happens to be in the envelope on the ground in front of you.
The envelope? This must be the envelope.
And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside.
What?
Don't worry, just get on with it.
Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope and opened it. What I found was a single photograph. Everyone's here, including Makuro. Except for me. Also, I love how Junko is just, like, completely covered up. It featured a bunch of faces I recognized extremely well. It was everyone who'd come to Hope's Peak at the same time as me. Wait, but... There's someone behind Sayaka. She's the only one I don't recognize.
Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right. When Byakuya and I were in the headmaster's room and we looked at that file. Makuro Ikusaba. And this girl is... Why? Why is Makuro here with everyone else? And even more than that... Just having everyone here pose like this is weird enough by itself. And we're all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember anything like this.
Where am I?
And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not there. The picture has all 15 other students, but not me. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived here at Hope's Peak Academy. So it's natural for me not to be in this picture. What's definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in the picture. I thought everyone was like me and didn't know each other until they got here. But if this picture is real, then could it be everyone else and just me? Everyone here except me is...
How long you gonna keep up that rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet?
What are you gonna do?
You're kinda getting in the way standing there, you know? So, I mean, get out!
But...
I told you I'm not fielding any questions!
Unbelievable.
What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? It'd be totally out of left field.
I guess that means he's done talking.
Damn it.
Your photo has been added to the truth bullets. So in the end, all I found is the gym. All I found in the gym was even more confusion. And with that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. Someone's gonna be out here. I don't know.
How does that count as a hint? It made me even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? It looks so real, so full of life. How could anyone fake that? Which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. That should clear all this up. No, I have to clear all this up.
Alright, let's... Where do I need to go? Yep, I knew it.
So this is where you've been hiding. Listen, I was hoping to talk to you. Mikado! What?
She ran off so fast I didn't even have time to ask her to stop.
Hina, why? Why won't you talk to me? Oh, Byakuya! Listen, do you think we could talk? Byakuya?
That's enough.
I'm guessing everyone else got the same thing. A picture of everyone but themselves. You know, I'm just gonna skip all these events because they're all just gonna be the same. Well, that third one was the same. I'm guessing the other three are gonna be pretty similar. Oh, she's not even here. I decided to visit the biolab one more time. The first thing I saw when I got there was her passed out again.
Toko!
Oh no.
It's open. Oh, but Toko. Toko, are you okay? No, no! She's not dead, is she?
Alright then.
Wah! It's cold. It's super cold. It's so cold I think I might catch cold. If you keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will.
I see.
What? I was asleep? I must have fainted again. I bet you were standing there staring at me getting all excited, weren't you? No, I wasn't.
Have you reached that certain age?
Okay, so why did you pass out?
What'd you do to Miss Morose?
I know, last thing I remember was me waking up just now. What'd you do to Miss Morose? Oh, that's right. Your memory stops and starts each time you switch. Bingo bazinga.
Really? Oh my god.
We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate.
You SOB!
Don't say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember. So it's like double the memory.
No, it's more like half. Genocide Jack's memories led to the Truth Bullets section.
But all I want to know right now is where's my little darling? Tell me now or I slit your throat.
He's in the archive, but okay.
Yes, yes.
By himself?
I assume so?
Oh, I'm on fire!
Anyway, I gotta hurry. I can't even imagine how lonely he must be right now.
Toko shot off, her eerie laughter echoing behind her.
Oh, I totally forgot to ask her about the picture.
Well, there's no point asking Genocide Jack anyway. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? There's gotta be some reason for it. The fridge. It's open. But I'm sure they were all shut tight last time I was here. That
must be why she passed out.
Oh, wow, I was actually right. It was Kyoko.
She faints so easily.
Kyoko!
Makoto.
It's getting late, isn't it?
Are you okay?
Indeed.
I'm sorry if I made you worry.
No, you don't have to apologize.
Listen.
But listen, about this room.
Oh, yeah, it's...
It would seem...
It's a morgue.
Yeah.
I knew it.
I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge, seen what was in there, and, well, there you have it.
You knew she fainted?
Indeed.
I was on my way here when Genocide Jack came running past me. I assume she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became clear.
It would seem...
I imagine she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot there, That's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks.
Why's everything gotta be so difficult with her?
Anyway, we should close it up. Don't want to leave it hanging open like that.
Yeah, good idea.
Makoto.
Give me a hand here.
Kyoko approached the fridge, hands outstretched, but suddenly she stopped.
What's wrong?
Listen.
Maybe we should wait a second before closing it.
How come?
Because Mukuro's body is in here.
You knew it. We're missing a corpse. Junko's corpse.
Mukuro's corpse? Mukuro's body is inside the fridge?
I see.
Just like every other time, the mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial.
The mastermind did it? Because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
So...
You may be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body.
Oh, that's right. Kyoko didn't get a chance to check the body during the last investigation.
Makoto.
I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible.
It's gotta be Junko. Junko's gotta be the mastermind. She's the only one that didn't get killed by a student or wasn't executed by Monokuma. So I'm guessing what it is the Junko that we met earlier was actually Makuro. And Junko just reused her corpse for the previous trial.
I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find a clue this time, and I'm going to grab the mastermind by the tail.
Okay, so what should I do?
So then...
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know.
Why don't you just get the frick out of my way?
I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished.
Just wait over there? That's it?
Wait over where? The desk? I've already looked through the instructions manual, more importantly. You know, I think I've seen a tarp like this somewhere before.
Ah, same as the one I found in the garden tool shed. And if I remember, that tarp, it had a stamp on it that said Biolab. And that's the tarp that was used to help camouflage the murder in the garden. At some point, someone got it from the biolab and took it over there.
I'm assuming that is what happened, yes. Tarp has been updated in the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. I meant to examine the desk, but whatever. I've already looked through this instruction manual. More importantly what? I should ask Kyoko about...
What is it?
It's about the announcement Monokuma made earlier.
You mean the one about a hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer.
Why not?
Because...
The only reason he'd give us a hint at that point would be to confuse us or cloud our judgment. I can solve this mystery on my own without whatever hints he may have to offer.
That's a good point. I wish I could go back and do the same thing, but what's done is done, I guess. Standing here looking at her, I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the mastermind forge that picture as a trap to confuse us?
Again, memory loss.
That's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. What am I supposed to do here?
What else am I supposed to do? Do I have to examine the dang camera?
I don't have time for this.
Do I examine these? On the left side. Fridge, a bunch of blue lights are on, but these ones aren't.
It would seem...
The blue lights come on when a slot is occupied.
And when someone's in there, the blue light comes on. Looking around, the number of lights that are on, including Makuro's, there's 9 in all.
9 lights.
But 10 people died. As far as they know.
Whew.
Okay, Makoto, I'm done.
Already? Jeez, that was fast.
Indeed.
Anyone can do good work if they go slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief.
So did you find anything?
Indeed.
I paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of blood, and it seems highly likely that the stomach wound and blow on the back of the head were inflicted after death. Really? The burnt tissue makes things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings.
So that means neither of those were the fatal injury, right?
Then what was the fatal injury?
Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe.
The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old.
Junko got stabbed with a bunch of spears. That's where those wounds come from.
The only other option is those other wounds, but the file says they were old.
Is that right?
Where does it say they are old?
Huh?
Because...
All the Monokuma file says is that they were inflicted at least several days ago.
I guess I don't see the difference.
Wrong.
Well, the difference is immense considering the impression they give.
Listen.
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old,
However...
but that doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds makes it sound like they've been there forever, not like they're not related to the murder.
Are you saying they are? Well, we all got the Monokuma file right after she was killed, right? So if the wounds are at least a few days old, there's no way they could have had anything to do with it.
So then...
But what if Makuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days?
What?
At the very least...
Certainly you can allow it as one of the many possibilities, can't you?
One of many.
Right.
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they can.
In other words...
They envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. As they investigate, they test what they find against each of these possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good.
You and me, Kyoko, have been, like, the primary case solvers in the game. So I think I'd be better here at detective work than anyone else in the school. That's what I want Makoto to say.
But beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep that in mind for the future.
Kyoko's account has been added to the truth vaults. Heck yeah. Yeah, sure.
Come to think of it, there was one thing. Earlier, when I was looking at Makuro's profile, it listed her height and weight.
So...
5'7",
97 pounds. It even says her vitals. 31, 22, 32. Did I get all there?
You remembered all that?
they are indeed consistent with the corpse.
So then...
Indeed.
And don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo. There's absolutely no mistake.
Indeed.
Our victim in this case is, without a doubt, Makuro Ikusaba.
Makuro Ikusaba's profile has been updated in the Truth Vault section of the handbook.
And?
I need to take a look at Junko's sprite. Because... Or... Yeah. Is that all you want to ask?
Yeah, I think so.
So then...
Then it looks like we have no further business with Makuro's body. Let's get going. It's kind of chilly in here.
Wait, are we not gonna put the body back? Do you think it's kind of sad leaving it out like this?
Why?
Sad. Did you forget? She was our enemy once. A part of the ultimate despair.
But she still got killed. She's still a victim.
Hey,
Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow?
Well, yeah, but still.
You really are naive, you know that? It's really quite appalling.
She could have abandoned me. But she decided to help me instead. So for someone like that, what does it mean to be naive?
so
I
then...
think we've done all we can do here. Back to our separate investigations, yes?
Hold on.
Still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to her about. Ah, yes. I need to ask her about the pocketbook I found in that locker. If I don't do it now...
Hey, Kyoko. I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask.
What?
Go ahead then, out with it.
Have you really not seen your dad even once since you got here?
What? So,
Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms?
indeed.
I do, yes. But to get into any of those lockers, you need the handbook of whoever the locker belonged to.
Actually, I managed to get them open using that emergency
I
handbook.
see.
The one you found in the headmaster's hidden room.
And?
So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers?
I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
Why is that? Because...
Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only get access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker?
Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
What? If that's true...
Could that mean that video is real too? Video?
Makoto.
I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. Although I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined.
What are you talking about?
I...
Need to go investigate those lockers right now. I have to confirm what you just said with my own two eyes.
Oh, let me give you the headmaster's handbook. That way you can...
So...
That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem that it's my locker.
Your locker?
Makoto.
If you watch this, it'll all make sense.
A DVD. It says Class 78. Urgent interviews?
So...
I found it in that hidden room after you left.
Anyway...
I don't have time to explain exactly what I think it means, so just watch it and see for yourself. I think you'll realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us had ever seen before.
None of this makes sense right now. But I guess that means there's some important clue on this DVD.
Makoto.
Oh, and now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble?
Ramble.
In other words...
So as it turns out, the arrangements I made didn't stick. What I mean is I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings.
You're talking about your dad, right?
I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life.
And all because of the mastermind.
However...
There's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there is no room in my heart for forgiveness.
I
swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that.
Kyoko's eyes burned with the fire of determination. The determination to defeat the mastermind.
It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
Why?
So why is it? Why does it bother me so much to know how he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's just no understanding it, I guess.
She let out a small laugh as she said it. But her smile was filled with sorrow.
Whew.
So that's it for my rambling. There's still much to do before I can consider my task complete.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey,
But keep this in mind. There's only ever one absolute truth. Whether the truth serves justice or suffering. Whether it's the greatest truth or the worst.
What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope.
Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know?
Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
So then...
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial.
Leaving behind that final farewell, Kyoko was gone.
I better get going myself. I got that DVD from Kyoko. I should head to the AV room to check it out.
Kyoko said something about hopeless truth. But no matter what happens, I won't lose hope. But even if it's the worst truth in the world, I can't afford to lose. this should be able to play DVDs just fine.
Well then, I better take a look.
I used the DVD, took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. It said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on screen. Turned to the black of the monitor. Must have only been a few seconds, but to me it felt like an eternity. And then all of a sudden, an image appeared.
Sayaka!
It took me by total surprise. I had seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was.
Okay then, are you ready to begin?
The voice I heard was of the man positioned on one side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged man.
I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation. I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
I felt like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
You want me to accept that?
Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spend the rest of your life in this school?
Accept.
What? Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
So that's the headmaster. As if on cue, that's where the video cut out. There was a lot I hadn't understood up until now, but this, only this.
I simply couldn't comprehend what I'd heard. Because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so bad, she tried to frame me for murder. So why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life?
As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light. Monitor, the video that I thought was finished flashed back on screen. My eyes darted back to the screen. And if I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. I knew it. I knew he'd be in this.
Huh? What I saw was me. Impossibly, undeniably me.
So, Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Yes. Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation. But I in the here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of ever meeting with a headmaster, much less sitting down to talk to him like this.
Now, shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Yes. This can't be real. I said yes?
I'm sorry I'm putting you through all this.
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again with the others. Byakuya. Toko.
This is insane.
Hina. Everyone. They all said that they agreed to live in this school forever. And then... Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. She'd sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father, and when he asked her his question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, the monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't just the monitor. The DVD player itself had apparently been turned off, which of course meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened?
Say what?
Whoopsie! Looked like it broke, out of service. What, it just so happened to break just now?
Too bad.
Now? Then, when? Doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right? Failure, my ass. You cut the power on purpose. Well, whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same. He'd ask them the question and they all say yes.
What about Junko?
I couldn't help myself. I let out a huge exasperated sigh, but as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself. A disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was.
But what would make you forget all that?
Hey,
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems too convenient.
A convenient outcome. Something like that. Something that seems to obviously work in favor of the mastermind. So does this mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or
It's all coming together. Time for the trial.
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end. And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black, there is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought. But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning. Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again. Because the end is only the beginning. Anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trial. Everyone gather once again at you-know-where.
It's about to begin again. The class trial is going to start. The final class trial. The last time all our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line.
I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay then, this is the end.
I guess I'm the first one this time.
Makoto,
You're early, Makoto.
listen.
Does that mean you feel prepared?
Yeah, for now at least. But where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
However,
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon.
And just like she said,
Byakuya! Byakuya!
they arrived one after the other. They were all in the same state of shock.
Hina! Hiro?
Silence. And it wasn't any normal silence. It was the deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first class trial.
You called for me and so I appear. Oh, I'm on fire!
No, I can't read that.
My beautiful scissors!
We get it.
But I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys.
Of course.
No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now.
Is everyone here? Oh, and wearing our gloomy Gus faces, I see.
Well now.
Well then, let's begin.
Thrills, chills, kills!
that's fine.
You're right, it is the final class trial, and this time it'll be fair.
What do you mean this time? Stop with all the slander. I'm a bear in good standing, you know? If there was a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square.
Today,
No, I'm sure-
feeling white.
Everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than the hope.
Stop talking.
Enough of your tedious drivel. Begin the trial already.
Let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below. So don't try and run away.
Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever.
In the name
This
of
will
my
be
family.
This will be over in no time. inexplicable confidence, Byakuya was the first one in the elevator. One by one, the others followed. Nobody made eye contact, nobody said a word. They just disappeared into the elevator.
Hey,
They're all acting odd. Like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other.
however,
You know why that is, don't you?
Yeah, I think so.
however,
Well, you can tell us all about it soon. At the class trial.
You're right. I'm ready.
so...
Ready to win, right?
Of course.
I'm glad to hear you say that.
And here we go. And with that, Kyoko was aboard the elevator. I started making my way towards the opening, step after step, towards that gaping maw. I resolved that this would be the last time. I'd repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body, and finally, on steady legs, I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. 6. Without warning, it began to descend. Deeper and deeper. Deeper, deeper, deeper still. Deeper and deeper and deeper, 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 deeper. Deeper and deeper it fell. We get it. I closed my eyes and sight fell away. All sound, too, disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later, I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes.
This is the final trial site?
What do you think? Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate?
Yoo-hoo!
It's a long-awaited last stage, the always exciting final boss battle. And I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'll just sit right here at the vacant 16th seat.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Let's do it.
Hell yeah, I want to save.
Alright, we're actually going to split the episode up here. And I'll be back in a little bit with with hopefully the finale of Danganronpa. But anyways, that's going to do it for this one. So thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you all in the next one. Take care, continue testing, and best of luck in all of your future endeavors. Bye-bye.